Hello everyone, this is Endgame Arts. We'll do another unboxing, another breakdown, another demo. This is DEX, the enhanced version. This is an import indie game that I don't think a lot of people know about, or if they do know about it, they don't know they had a physical release. I've had this game for actually quite a while, and I've been wanting to make a video on this, but I wanted to log as many hours as I could, and I was a little iffy of playing it occasionally here and there, because if you notice at the beginning of the video, there was quite a update as you saw. Now that update is like 2 gigabytes big, and if you read all the things it does, it's quite a bit. As if anyone knows about my channel, is I don't play my games with any updates. When I make my videos, I try to play it bare bones off the disc, so I know what the game experience is on the disc without any external support from the internet. Once I post those images of what the update is, I immediately uninstall the game and play the game without it installed on the hard drive, so I can know what I'm playing, what the actual game is. It is a very interesting game. It's the best way I can describe it in just a few words is that it's Deus Ex, Human Revelations, or Deus Ex, the original ones on the PlayStation 2, and so on and so forth. Just a 2D version, and you play as a female. That's pretty much a quick summary of the entire game. It's set in a cyberpunk world where you play as there's hacking and cyber tech and stuff like that, advanced technology, human cyborg implants and stuff like that, and it's just basically how would you expect from the Deus Ex Machina, or Deus Ex world. It is but still, even as it is, it's a very, very good game. Now, like I said, I logged many hours into this version, and I didn't really experience any bugs or problems or anything like that without that update. The only thing I just notice frequently is the game stutters quite a bit. Now, I didn't experience massive slowdown. I just noticed that when you run around or anything like that, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the screen would just jitter for no apparent reason at all. I have no idea why it does this, but I don't know if the updates will fix this issue because I don't do updates, but it is pointing out worth it. I don't know how other developers let that slide. Now, I'm a little bit more forgiving on indie games having updates and acquiring new features that must be added later on, but to this extent, when you have 2 gigabytes worth of update space and then the sheer amount of the content you are fixing, that's just pure laziness. That was just unacceptable. I don't know why they allowed that, and I'm very disappointed because this game could actually have been a really good gem for a collector for the purpose of how good the game is. Because it's like I said, it's just like a Deus Ex game, just in 2D. The story is quite interesting. You are being attacked by a secret organization that no one knows about because you are a special person and you have special abilities and things like that, and so therefore they want you to pretty much just kill you or capture you. I don't want to give any spoilers or anything like that, but it brings you quickly into an interesting world. Every character I've talked to is voice acted, as well. You can make dialogue choices and pursue in certain directions with the conversations, just like Deus Ex. As well as if you have certain abilities in your charisma, you can also decide how you want to approach certain things by having the ability to persuade certain actions or bringing up different topics because you have the charisma, the ability to persuade. As well, it has all the other abilities you can choose from lock-picking, certain combat abilities, so on and so forth. And later on in the game, you will get an enhancement technique that will allow you to have more, technology advancement. Will be able to do like certain special moves and stuff like that because you got cybernetic enhancements. It's pretty much straightforward, the Deus Ex game, but just in a 2D sprite world. And there's not anything bad about that at all. The main character is quite interesting. She basically controlled how you play her. You can either be kind, you can be mean, you can be how you choose to make her be. Her name is Dex, also known as Blue, and also Kid, depending on how you want to look at it. I like it when they call her Blue. I kind of like that name. Be honest with you. Like I said, I tried to log as many hours as I could in this game without spoiling, because I'm not going to show you guys too much of the future content, because I think that's also a major part in the game for you to explore and find these abilities as you go along. There is a lot to offer in this field, in this game, and like I said, that's why it's so disappointing that the game was so broken when it first released. Now, I didn't come across any game crashing moments or something I couldn't progress with or felt like there's something clearly wrong in the game because I didn't have the update. But I just can't help the fact that when you see a 2 gigabyte update and you see the entire list, your fear of constantly worrying what might happen if you get further in the game. Now, and like I said, the stuttering was also coming quite annoying at times. Combat gameplay is just pretty straightforward. You just got to know how to be patient, basically. Combat's pretty straight and simple. Shooting's not too hard either. It's just it's a pretty straightforward and simple game. I can't really complain too much about it. Like I said, I just wish the developers would have took a little more time and a little more, waited a little bit before releasing a physical release. Now, for their physical release, I am quite proud of them that they have a manual with artwork and it's all colored in the inside. I love the fact that they offer the soundtrack as well as they offer the bonus little DLC and stuff that they added within the character on the disc. So it's really good that they did all these things. I just wish that the game didn't have such a massive update, because you're constantly in fear. To my opinion, that's how I feel when I see those kinds of things. It's like when you played like Skyrim or Fallout and you see these massive updates and stuff like that, and it's like at any moment your game could be bugged or broken and you cannot progress at all in the game, and all that time is just thrown out the window. That's why I recommend, if you are going to play this, I recommend you make multiple saves. That way, in case something does happen, you can go back to previous saves. It's always bear that in mind. I'd highly recommend you do that. Now, most of the time, I usually do that with all games, but some games you have no choice. But this game allows you to make multiple saves, so always consider doing that. How do you say? Give yourself a little insurance, because doing that has saved my butt sometimes with certain games, especially Skyrim and Fallout. Now, some people have maybe say that they don't experience any problems. And that's the problem with bugs and stuff like that, is that somebody can play the entire game and not experience a single bug. But when somebody like me who pops in the game could experience every single bug thrown at you in the first hour. That's the hard part about glitches and bugs like that. You just never know. And some people would say you're making things up. Somebody would say you're just unlucky, or tell you to do certain methods. And it's just how it plays out. So that's why I'm always afraid. As I said, you can play the game in multiple directions, from stealth to straight up combat. You can build certain hidden paths as long as you're willing to explore. It is pretty much the Deus Ex game in 2D sprite form. So I have to recommend the game, but as I said, I haven't experienced any problems personally myself, other than the stuttering. But other than that, I haven't experienced anything really game breaking yet. I tried as much as I could, and I didn't experience anything. So like always, I will put links down in the description if you're interested in buying a copy. As I said, it is an import, so it's going to take a little bit before you can get to it. So if you're interested in it, go check out the links down in the description. As always, if you enjoy my unboxings, or you want to see more futures unboxings from me or other videos from me, hit that like and subscribe button, so that way you can follow my channel. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!
13,807,001. 01. Something out of nothing. Something's raining down. A river of what to do's, who to be's. Stand out, blend in, help 'em, go to war and win. Close your eyes, little bird. Tomorrow's a new world, little bird.